All right, guys. So basically what we need to do today is we're setting up our file. Every time you make a new project, you should have its own file. So I need you to go to OneDrive, your TV production, Q1, and we're going to set up a folder called First Project. So you can go up here and it should say new. On yours, I think up here you'll have a picture of a folder you can click, or you can go anywhere in this white area and right click and go to new folder. And then once you do that, you can then type in first project. Okay, so you need to have a first project because that's where you're going to save the actual movie. So we need to make sure that it is in your OneDrive TV production Q1. All right, with that being said, you go down to your search bar. If you type in, probably easier to type in Premiere, PREM, it'll come up with Premiere Pro. Now, the first time that you do this, it's probably going to ask you to log in. So when you are logging in, it will ask you to use your school account or your personal account. You are using your school account. So make sure that you use your school account and then you should get your opening screen. Once you get your opening screen, we're going to make our new project. The new project is up here on the left. You click on new project. And now these are the two most important things that you need to do. First, we need to name it. So we're going to name it assignment 9 because that's the assignment it is that we're going to turn in. And don't go over here and hit create. Do not do that. Do not do that because right now it's going someplace that you don't know where it is and I don't know where it is. So I need you to go here where it says project location and I need you to click on this and go to choose location. We want to choose where we put this. So we're going to put it in OneDrive, TV production, Q1, first project. Say select folder. So now it should be up there. So tomorrow when you open it up to add the sound and such, you'll know where it is. But if you had done it beforehand, Adobe puts it in its own Adobe file, which is on the hard drive, which is hidden and so on. And even I can't find it. So once you've got those two things done, you go ahead and hit create. All right, so this probably looks more like yours. All right, so when you get this, this is your interface. It's called your workspace. And each one of them has a different function. Okay, so if I'm clicking and I get these blue lines or blue boxes and it tells me what it is. Okay, so right up here in the corner, here's your cheat sheet of what it does. So if I'm in this one, I am in my source monitor. This is where the source of your clips will be. And as we go along, I will show you. Your program monitor, this is the actual video that is going to play. This one here will be all of your files. So it's your project right now, it's your files. You can see all of this. It's also where you will do all of your effects. This one is your toolbar, and this one is your timeline. This is where you put it in the order that you want it to be. So this is your interface. And you'll have to get really good at understanding this because it will make your editing much, much easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our. So as we go along, I will show you different ways to do this, but we're going to start with the menu. If you go up here to File, and we are importing because we're bringing it in. So now over here, you should be able to find your OneDrive, TV production, Q1, and then I have all of this B-roll. Okay, so I just made this a little bigger. So now I want all of these in there. So I could click on this and hit open and do that, whatever, 9 times. But there is an easier way. So if you go to File, Import, and I'm going to put my cursor, I'm going to click on the first one so it's highlighted. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and then click while the Shift key is still selected. Click on the last one. So now it has all of them selected. So now I have all of them. They all came in at the same time. So now if I double click on this, it now will show up in my source monitor and I can see what it does. Okay. So this is where eventually, if you only wanted a part of this video, you would cut it out and stuff, but that's coming. For right now, we're just going to use whole clips. But as I told you, this is what your video is. There's nothing in your video because there's nothing in your timeline. So again, I can do the same thing. I can click, hold, and drag and drop it over here. All right. If I hit the space bar, it's going to play. Or I can click and hold and drag this so that I can see what it does. All right. Now, we want to bring in all of them. So the same thing happens. If I select this, see how it's highlighted, hold down the Shift key and go all the way to the bottom and click. Now all of them are there. Now I can bring in all of my. So now if I do this, it's everything, but it's all in random order. Okay, but you see how big this is? It's very spread out. See this bar here? If I take this bar, I can make it all come close together so I can kind of see what each one is, how long it is, what it is. So I need you to bring in all of the clips. All right. So that's the first thing. Then I need you to go over here to our toolbar. We're going to use 2 of our tools today. The first one is if you click on the top one, the arrow, it's the selection tool. And basically what it does is it selects whichever clip you want. And now I can take and I can move it, click, hold, and drag, and I can move it to different places. So if I want to move it to the end, I can put it down there. Okay. If I want to move it over here, now I've got two clips at the same place. I'm only seeing one of them. So I would have to move this one down and this one down. So now this one would fit in there. Okay. So you're going to get all of them. Do not worry about the sound. We're not going to use this sound at all. We're going to put music in tomorrow. But I want you to take and put it into some kind of semblance of order. So to know which the clip is, I can go here. All right, so I kind of like this one. So I like this one at the front, right? So if I take this one, so now if I click, hold, and drag, I can move all of these down. So now I like that at the beginning. So that's showing me this. Then I think I want to take the Welcome to the River. I like this one. I'm going to put this one down here. Do you see what we're doing? I just need it in some kind of order. All right, same thing. I'm going to click, hold, and drag. And I'm going to drag all of these down. Now, you will not have to do this once we get started. There are tips and tricks of how you can move things and it automatically moves them for you. But like I said, we're taking baby steps at a time. So I want you to do that. And then the last thing that we're going to do is, okay, so this clip, let's see, we'll use, just because this clip is so long, okay? So we're going to say we like this to like maybe this point, okay? I don't need you turning into my classroom. So wherever you put your cursor, so I'm going to take it to about right here. Now, if you go down to the fourth one down, it's called the razor tool, and it's going to do exactly what a razor does. It's going to cut it. So, do you see if I put my cursor right on top of it, it turns into a razor. If I click right here, I now have two different clips. They're still there, they're together, but they're two different clips. But now I can take this clip, which is this, when you're turning and going to the room, and highlight it and hit backspace and it goes away. So you have now shortened your video and done a little bit of an edit. So I want today, you need to bring in all your video. You need to rearrange your video. And you need to cut at least one of your video segments. Use the razor tool. That is your project for the day. Once you are done, you just go up to File, Save. You've already saved it in your folder, and you are done for the day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.